good evening everybody. Welcome to the TTML Boat League. Since the new update, says Ashley Sharp. Good evening, it is me, Daxy Man, back for the finals of the Civic Type R Cup after update from Gran Turismo 7. It's going to be interesting to see what is going to be different with the update. Some of the guys are saying it hopes it makes it less heavy of a car from what's been reported in. Not being so much the case, but there we go. Right, good. It's, like I said, evening for me, Daxy Man, and as you can see, standings from round 11 and 12. I believe it's 11 and 12. Why have I forgotten how to count all of a sudden? I don't know. Bear me a second, guys and girls. No, sorry, 13 and 14. It was 13 and 14 from round 13 and 14 last week. Here are the current standings, and after Ethan Graham's absence, his championship has been challenged. He was top of the championship this whole season, and now it has been challenged by the likes of Xavier McIntosh, who got a double 1-2 in that last week's race. Yes, he did, if I remember correctly. Yes, he won first and second race, and then obviously that's then put him with a maximum of 25 points and possibly the fastest lap as well. I'm not sure if he got that one, but that as well, and that has pushed Ethan Graham back down, and he's kept obviously his 231 points that he had the week before. So let us go down the standings. Xavier McIntosh, as I was saying, at 268 points, selling him short there in first place currently. Not completely out of reach from Ethan Graham, he says, because in theory, you can get 50 points total from tonight, and he's not 50 points away. But at the same time, it's then going to depend on how Xavier does in the other heats himself. So after that, in third place is our guy from the USA, John Thompson, with 215. Just behind him is Madigas Cortinas with 210 in fourth. Fifth place is Lewis Edwards with 198. Then Rob Schowler in sixth position with 184. Ashley Sharp in seventh with 170. Joseph Willows with 149 in eighth position. Adam Piper in 144. Rob Adams with 113 at the very back. And then Liam New with 97. And Stuart Fuller, who did join us last week, but hadn't for many weeks before that, is on 44. So let us go and see if they are actually up and running. Forgive me. I'm going to... Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Cancel. Just realised you guys can't see what I'm seeing, so bear me a split second while I sort all this out. Perfection. Right, let's move to that screen. Right, on track with the guys currently. They are doing their qualifying times at the moment. Let's turn their volume back up so you can hear those cars and their amazing gloriousness as well. There we go. Right. Currently on board with Xavier McIntosh, who has put in the fastest time so far, 1:13.4. Very quick lap in these cars. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. As you can remember, this track has got basically a sort of half Indy circuit, or sort of half NASCAR, so it's half the oval in a nutshell. You've got an oval, you go all the way around the oval. The slipstream here is going to count massively, and it's a stupidly long straight, so it's going to make up for everything. As you can see, diving in there last minute, cutting in towards the apex, drifting wide again to get onto the wall, and then you've got to cut back in again on that sort of 90-degree over the grass, and then back in again here, and that's where it gets into the little technical area where you break down into second or third. I think it's probably second in these cars. And on and go. Let's get on board with everyone else and see how else they're doing, as we don't have many with us tonight, only 8 so far. Hopefully there will be some more, but this could be it. Ethan Graham is back to make sure if he can try and take back his championship gap on board here with Rob Schowler, and let's see what we can do. It hopefully isn't too laggy, and we go turning into that first 90 into the mid, I want to say technical section, but it wasn't really till here. Break down into 90, take as much curve as possible, push to the outside, try and ignore the lag, and then you come up to the dog leg left. You want to sort of drift you don't really want to drift to the other side of the track. You stay to the right hand and get as much momentum around that hairpin as possible. And then into second, then drop it off again as you try and carry this momentum around that corner. You really want to hit that second corner for the apex there before you put power back on, and then it's a 90-degree bend back on to the sloped oval and onto this track. As you can see, we are going to have, I'm trying to think how many laps we're going to have with this now. Last week was Margot, and we had about 20-ish laps, I believe, because it's a 20-minute race, so it was about 20-ish laps. This track is about 1:14, so I'm going to say possibly about 16, 17, maybe up to 18, I don't know. Around that number is what we're going to be looking at for the track times. Still on board with Rob Schauler here as he's trying to put one of his best times in. He's just got under it for the time being. There's been a massive gap between the gear. That's one thing I've noticed with these Civics, is that you change gear and the sort of actual moment for your clutch to then initiate back onto the accelerator seems to take about that half a second, which makes all the difference when you're trying to get out of the corner quickly. And he's definitely unfortunately lost that momentum he did have for fastest lap time. Let's get back on board with everyone else. And it seems to be a bit of a laggy lobby tonight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on here, but let's get on board with our second place race. It was championship leader, and now a second place. This is Ethan Graham in the Simrigs UK livery, and it's really going to be down to him tonight to see if he can push out the actual performance he needs to solidify this race and this championship. And the thing is, even if he tries his hardest and does get first place in both those races, he's then got to hope that current podium first place position, Xavier McIntosh, ends up in a really bad situation from those races, so he can actually come out. But 1 minute left, as said by Ashley, our race leader. Excuse me, I don't know where that yawn came from. Burning the candles at both ends, ladies and gentlemen, that's probably what it is. But hey ho, we got to somehow heat up our place. Energy prices are crazy, so candles it is. So it seems that it is going to be Xavier McIntosh who's going to take the lead in qualifying with a 1:13.1. And he's been, I'll tell you what, he's been, I know that's the fastest time he's had, but he's been pretty consistent around that time. I say that as he just completely goes understeer, oversteer into that sort of double apex corner and goes past Katinaz with a load of steam coming out the front of his car. I don't know what's happening to Xavier McIntosh here, but everyone's going crazy as we are now literally just waiting for qualifying to finish, last laps to come in, and the race will begin. Any changes on times? None there. Lewis, Liam New absolutely lobbed it into the wall. So, here we go. As I said, Xavier McIntosh first, Katina second, Ethan Graham third, Rob Schauler fourth, Liam New fifth, John Thompson sixth, Joseph Willows in seventh, Adam Piper eighth, and then Ashley Sharp in ninth. And away we go. Let's see if the camera wants to work for us today. No, it doesn't. Right, unfortunately, so we had to exit out and then back in again, which is really annoying. There we go. And here we go. McIntosh hold on to that first place. Katina still in second. Ethan Graham in that third place as well. Rob Schauler currently in fourth. And Archie Bargie's happening between fifth and sixth place between John Thompson and, oh, look, Joseph Willows just running really, really wide there. on the exit of that corner going crazy, and then Katinaz as well, so that's going to drop him back down a few places. Katinaz now into 4th, Rob Showler's been put up into 3rd, Ethan Graham into 2nd, that's the place that he wants to be given. But he wants to try and fight the lag and also get a clean lap time and catch back up with Xavier McIntosh. So let's see how he does. Let's drop back down the pecking order and see what happened to Joseph Willows. He's dropped back down into 8th position. Adam Piper in 9th. What has happened to him in these Civics? He's just not found form in these Civics at all. A guy who's definitely been, on my radar. Big fan of Mr. Piper. Fortunately, these Civics have not been his forte. Is the best word to say. So on we go. Fastest lap so far by Xavier McIntosh with a 21.6. No one else has beaten that so far. Let's go back up the pecking order. Joseph Willows wants to see if he can get past Ashley Sharp. Ashley Sharp, unfortunately, he's going to get pushed back down to 8th position in the Liquid Molly car. Was not happy about the overtake by Joseph Willows. I think quite rightfully so, because there was a lot of leaning on his side of his car to get around that corner. It wasn't done on his own steam. It was, I'll rest on you and push you out the way while we get this sorted. Ashley Sharp able to get that cup into 8th position as Adam Piper ran wide there. Let's get back up the pecking order, see how they're all doing. Going around the hairpin now, and that is Liam Yu, who's gone absolutely wide and caught the grass a bit of this barrier, as they say. As Mr. Steve Brown says, you might know him as Super GT, the legend that be. And I want to see what's going on, because Ethan Graham's now dropped down into 4th. Xavier McIntosh is still 3rd. Excellent. Microsoft's just told me it's not found any notifications of viruses, so huzzah for me, I guess. I don't know. But Ethan Graham here trying to catch up with the likes of Katinaz and Rob Showler. Rob Showler currently up into 2nd position. Let's go on board with Katinaz and let's just see how things are getting on around this track as they start going into the mid-section here, into the hair, sort of 90-degree right-hander. You want to stick onto the left-hand side of this track with this dog leg. You don't want it to spin you too far out, so you can brake and get a nice wide and tight line out of this hairpin, which Katinaz has just not done at all. That's going to leave attacks from Ethan Graham up for grabs. Graham had to duck back in there as he just had the double apex to deal with. Rob Showler got into the grass, so as long as Katinaz can keep the momentum up here, it's super. Look at the lag here. Look at the absolute lag everyone's having to deal with. I don't know if it's me or if every driver's going to deal with that, but that is just super laggy. And there we go. My guesstimation of laps was a little off. I said sort of 16, 17. It is 15. So 15 laps of this track so far to do, and 4 have been done. We're on lap 4 at the moment. Oh, and Rob Showler just catching the inside there. Somehow still not managed to lose that 2nd position yet. Katinaz, I think, is just struggling with the supreme lag he's been getting, and so is Ethan Graham there. So both of them really struggling to get the race pace that they're normally so used to. Let's catch back up with our race leader, who's, well, I'm going to say pretty much the championship's in the bag for this man, because look, he's got a 4.3 second lead in race 1. That's going to be 25 points plus the extra points for currently the fastest lap, and he's currently set the fastest lap of the night. He did a faster lap now than what he did in his qualifying, so it can go any way. Sorry, wet the whistle. Catch back up with the backpack. It is Ashley Sharp and Adam Piper battling it 1-1. Liquid Molly for Ashley this week. Don't know why he's chose different livery, but he's gone for the Liquid Molly livery. Adam Piper still with, sorry, I apologise, Adam. Adam's still with the, I can never remember what it is now. It's a right jazzy livery. JCAS? Forgive me, I don't know what that is. But ahead of them is Joseph Willows. And Willows has took a plant into something. And has damaged his car and has had to play catch up to get back up with these guys. Adam Piper did go off, but not enough to lose his position to Ashley Sharp. So let's catch back up with everyone else. John Thompson currently in 6th position, and to be honest with you, a bit of a no man's land as he goes round the double apex now and accelerates out towards the last right-hander and onto the oval. 7.5 seconds till 7th place behind him, and that scrape against the wall is not going to help. But also a massive 3 point, well, let's be honest, it's going to be 4 seconds now after that scrape against the wall between him and 5th place Liam Yu. So let's catch back up to what is really the sort of main first pack. Liam Yu at just at the back of this pack here, just within the slipstream, dipping with and without the range of slipstream here, currently in 5th position. Catch on board with him as he turns in. And he's used good use of that curb. Well done, that man. Really taking advantage of the track as much as possible. Everyone in 2nd gear here trying to push hard as they can out of it. And Liam Yu wants to see what he can do to catch up. Doesn't want to push too hard. Knows he needs to catch the 2nd apex there. Push, push, push. And away he goes to close that gap down between him and Katinaz. And Katinaz was not in 4th position. It was Ethan Graham. So there's been a change there. Lewis and Liam Yu not going to help himself there with that wall contact. A bit too much eagerness on the throttle on the exit of that corner. And dropped a massive 2.5 seconds back between those guys. So let's catch back up to Katinaz, who's riding over the back of Ethan Graham at the moment. He's got the slipstream benefit to get on the inside here. Dives down the inside line here. Nothing Ethan Graham can do. Katinaz just going to take that and possibly close the door on him. Yes, he has done. And Ethan Graham's just got to sit down and deal with it at the moment. Bit of ball cut being touched there by Katinaz as he tries to rein in the 2nd place guy who is at the moment Rob Showler. Don't know what the pause there was for. Rob Showler, I say in surprise, not that he doesn't deserve it, he's a very good driver, but I've seen him make a few mistakes this race so far and has not been punished for it by other drivers. But I say that Katinaz, curse of the commentator, has just mucked that corner up previously, and he's had to drop back well into 3rd position with a nearly 1 second gap between him and Showler. All just catching the wall there. Everyone just getting on the accelerator a bit too quickly on the exit of that corner and catching the wall. What's going on with Ethan Graham in 4th position? I want him to at least try and get up into a podium, see if he can do anything to challenge grid, championship spot for Xavier McIntosh. Not that I don't want to take away from McIntosh, I just want to have something lively to see what's going on in race 2. At the moment, nothing much. It's all pretty much everyone has split up for the time being. From our race leader, who has currently got a 7.2 second lead over everyone else, still holding fastest lap with a 1:13 dead as he heads around the hairpin. Then Rob Showler busy defending that 2nd place around the hairpin from Katinaz and Ethan Graham. Both of them trying to keep as much momentum around the corners as possible to keep within biting distance of Rob Showler. And Katinaz just shooting really wide on the exit of that 2nd sort of right-hander there. And Ethan Graham has jumped up into 3rd position, and if he watches it yet, he has not touched the outside of that wall. He wants to see if he can slowly reel in Rob Showler here. He's going to be able to, but nothing attack distance. It's Katinaz who can do something attack distance with the slipstream here, and he has done. He's got on the inside of Ethan Graham. Ethan Graham can't do anything but just give that position away and see if he can cut back on the inside from this corner. Oh, he has done, but there was some touching, and it has still settled back into Ethan 4th and then Katinaz 3rd, but Katina's got a bad line into that corner and dropped back down to 4th again. So Ethan Graham up into 3rd now. Rob Schauler happy with all of that going on behind him as he's now got 1 second gap between him. And let's catch back up with everyone else on the track. Liam New still in 5th position. John Thompson has closed that gap down from 3 seconds something, nearly 4 seconds, to only, what, 0.8 of a second now? It's under a second between him and Liam New. And the spam driver can do something here. Our guy from the USA loves his spam. He's shown us videos of him shooting spam with his shotgun in the back garden saying yeehaw. No, he hasn't really, but I'm stereotypical and I do apologise if I've offended anyone. I didn't mean to, it was just a jest. On we go with the rest of the race. Adam Piper currently in 7th position, with Joseph Willows managed to make himself back up to 8th. Ashley Sharp, don't know what's happened to him here. He has said that he just doesn't like the feel of the Civics in GT7. GT7, I know we've moved on to it. It's been done. We're happy. We've gone there, but it's still not. Look, it's still not a finished product, is it? Let's be honest with you. Look, super laggy in the multi-class matches. Everyone's lagging like crazy. It's not that bad in the dailies, but it is that bad when it comes to racing and hosting your own lobby. Adam Piper pushing far too hard on the exit of that corner. Joseph Willows there. What's happened? What's happened here? I don't know what's happened here, guys. I do apologise. Bear with me a second. Turn back on my TV screen and see what's happening here. Okay, I have had something go wrong. Gran Turismo 7 has crashed on me. Report the problem. Why not? Accept and report. Okay, I'm going to go back in here and now see what I can do. Apologise. Yes, I like Tifa. Final Fantasy 7 is my favourite game ever. Followed by Destiny. I really liked that game. That was very fun. Right, we will catch back up with everything else. I do apologise for what has happened here. It just seems that Gran Turismo 7 has just kicked us all out. I don't know what has happened with everyone else there. Good evening, Kelly. Come on, Ethan, she shouts. And I applaud. I agree with her. Come on, Ethan. And come on, my bloody Gran Turismo 7 and PlayStation. I hope no one else has been kicked out. I don't know what else is going on. We are just going to have to wait and see what's happening. Nothing's been said in the Facebook chat for the group. Nothing's been said in the actual YouTube stream. So all I can do is apologise for the tardiness of this. And we will get back on as soon as possible. Oh, while I'm here, let's have a shout out to our audience. All right, Kelly, how you doing? You're right, my darling. How's everything up your way? How's the kids? Ethan being good? Hope he is. Right. Let us come on. World map, good stuff. Over to multiplayer lobby. Here we go. No. There we go. Yes, please. So, question is, will there be any changes left? We were on about lap 10 of 15 when we left there. So there's going to be at least another lap gone. We may only have possibly 3 laps left by the time we get back involved with everything. So let's see what happens here. Oh, come on, Gran Turismo 7. This is what I mean. It's just... everything's just so slow. Right, let's get back on board. Right. Okay. A lot has happened since I've left. Joseph Willows is now in first position. Ashley Sharp is now in second position. Liam New, Adam Piper is in third. John Thompson's in fourth. Ethan Gray, Liam New's in fifth. Xavier has somehow managed to drop back down to sixth position. Katinaz is in seventh. It's Rob Showell in eighth, and Ethan Graham has come out of this somehow in a real bad situation, ended up in ninth position. I don't know what has happened since I've disappeared and come back, but someone has literally reset all the chess pieces, and Joseph Willows is looking for his first race win. Hold on. Well, how come Xavier McIntosh is back in front again? What is going on? Is everything about to sort itself back out now? Everyone's about to go across the start-finish line. Yes, it is. Okay, so it seems nothing has changed. We are on the penultimate lap. It is still Xavier McIntosh in first position. He's now got 15 seconds lead over anyone else in the pack. That is over second place Katinaz, who's got himself into a second position here and has pulled away from third position Ethan Graham with a 1.8 second gap at the moment. Ethan Graham in third, Liam New in fourth. John Thompson's got back up into fifth position. He's still trying to close down Liam New, wants to see if he can get past him. Rob Showler, he seems to be the only one who's had a bit of an issue since my issue, and he's gone from second position all the way back down to sixth. Joseph Willows, for a split second I thought was in first, is currently in seventh in front of Ashley Sharp and Adam Piper. So what has happened to everyone, I don't know. Final lap has been started by Xavier McIntosh as he flies round with the gathering Honda. Katinaz in second still, with a gap ever increasing between him and Ethan Graham. Ethan Graham in that third position. And to be honest with you, it all seems pretty planned out at this point. No big gaps between everyone. There's no grouping apart from these two. This is the only battle which is really happening. So we're going to keep on board with them at the moment as Liam New tries to fend off advances from John Thompson. John Thompson holding the faster line through here. Is on the outside through this right hand side. Catches a little bit of grass and a little bit of grub. A little bit of bumper. Liam New able to hold that back off. What can John Thompson do into the hairpin here? Nothing but try and get as close as possible and carry as much speed through. He has done there. Bit too early on the accelerator. Liam New doesn't got away though. Breaks in. Want to catch that apex early. He has done. Accelerates down towards this last 90-degree right left-hander. And what's going to happen here on this last set of corners? He got close to the wall, but nothing here in slipstream distance. Can he do anything before the start-finish line? Here we go. Nothing for the time being. Fifth position seems to be what's going to happen for John Thompson here. Here it is. So congratulations, Xavier McIntosh, an astounding win there with over a 15-second lead. Katinaz in second, Ethan Graham third, Liam New fourth, John Thompson fifth, Rob Showler sixth, Joseph Willows in seventh here, and then Ashley Sharp eighth, and Adam Piper in ninth at the back there in the Jacobs, the Jakes. In the Jakes livery. So there we go. I don't know what happened in that race with Mr. Showler. That was very, very weird. But we're back. And now we have got a slight intermission between qualifying for race 2. Will be another 10 minutes where we will then get the formation for the next race. So I'm going to leave you with the current standings and a little bit of background music to keep us going. Why is my... Come on, mouse. There we go. Yes, that's right. That was Gangster's Paradise, done in a medieval fashion. He's called Barkor. Look him up. He's done some really good, what would you call them? Yeah, really good. They're not remixes, they're his version take on them. I can't remember the word for the time being.
She looked like some kind of royalty from across the sea. I caught the mind, what dost thou mean? Thou art the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She said, thou art the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She told me her name was Billie Jean. She caused a scene, then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who would dance on the floor in the round. And folk have always told me, be careful of thy will, don't go around breaking young maids' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful with thy love, be careful what thou do, as lie becometh truth. Billie Jean is not my lover, thou art a lass who claims that I am the one. Mother child is not my blood. She says thou art the one. Mother child is not my blood. For 40 days and 40 nights, God was on her side. But who could stand when she's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Cause we dance on the floor in the round, lady. So heed my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. She quotes, my lady, we danced to 3. She looked at me and showed a tapestry. Babe hath pride, his eyes look like mine. Do a dance on the floor in the round, lady. And folk have always told me, be careful of thy will, don't go around breaking young maids' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful with thy love, be careful what thou do, as lies become as truth. Billie Jean is not my lover, thou art a lass who claims that I am the one. Nay, the child is not my blood. Billie Jean is not my lover, she's just a girl who claims that thou art the one. Nay, the child is not my blood. She says thou art the one, but the child is not my blood. No. She cries, thou art the one, but the child is not my blood. Billie Jean is not my lover, thou art a lass who claims that thou art the one.
Right, let's get back on board with the guys here. The last extended absence between coming back with these guys here. If anyone wants to know, my father from the USA called. I had to speak to Daddy. Daddy. The old man. He's doing well. If anyone cares. So currently, fastest lap is Katina's. Hold on a second. Xavier McIntosh is being very flamboyant. He's not even doing a qualifying for the last race because he feels he's got enough point advantage to not have to worry about it. So, let's see what happens with everyone else. Currently, Katinaz has got the fastest lap, followed by Robert Schauler. Then Ethan Graham, Joseph Willows in 4th, John Thompson in 5th, Evil Dragon, that's Liam New in 6th, Adam Piper 7th, and then Ashley Sharp, I'm going to assume, is at the back in 9th with 8th and 9th with Xavier McIntosh, but we'll find out shortly. qualifying is about to finish. Katina hasn't shouted there. Sorry, yeah, Katina's hasn't shouted. They're lining up. Anyone else who want to join them for a photo? Piper and Ethan Graham are just going to go past them. Right, here we go. Race 2 is about to begin. Will I need to reset the view? Yes, I will, it seems. That's annoying. Right, bear me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise, but Transfer Smith 7 again with its impeccableness. It means I have to exit and go back in. And it is Katinas who's still in first place, Rob Schauler second. Let's go on with Ethan Graham, who's currently in third position and has got the likes of John Thompson and Joseph Willows right up behind that, and he just got punted into the side there. I don't know who by, but something went terribly wrong. So he got punted wide. I don't know if that was Joseph Willows, which then collected him and then also collected, yeah, I think it was John Thompson, as he's just given that position back. And that's not going to help him at all with at least good championship standings. I hope that's not going to affect his second place, but we'll soon find out. Currently only 9 races in this very last race of the Civic R Cup. And at the moment, it is Rob Schauler out in first place. Wants to see what he can do, try and get maximum points to climb up that championship ladder. Katinas in second, Ashley Sharp in third, with Liam New behind him in fourth, Xavier McIntosh in fifth, trying to get up around the inside. 3 wide here as we enter the first corner. Let's see how it goes. Ashley just holding them all off there. And Lewis Edwards, Liam New, what's Pinterest? What's Pinterest messaging me? And sorry, Ashley Sharp still in third. Adam Piper up into fourth at the moment. Liam New pushed back down into fifth, and Xavier McIntosh want to get past all 5 of these guys and see what position he can get, but at the moment he can't. He's just being completely blocked. John Thompson back down into 7th position. Well, I'll say 7th position. He's climbing up from 7th position and has actually joined this sort of mid-pack here to see what he can do. Ethan Graham just behind him as well, see what they can do. Adam Piper and someone else there just getting a very, very wide exit of the corner, touching the barrier. That's let Xavier McIntosh get up into 4th position and Liam New into 3rd. And a bit of a gap between those two has happened. Liam New has had to lose that spot. Yes, he has. And Xavier McIntosh is now up into 3rd. Podium position for him already. Lap 2 of 15. Let's see what else happens. Liam New in 4th. Ashley Sharp currently 5th. John Thompson at 6th. Ethan Graham right up behind him though. Wants to make sure he can do anything. Rob turns in early to defend that line against Ethan Graham. But can Ethan Graham get the sort of undercut line here? Round on the oval. He may be able to. He definitely closed that gap down between the two of them. I don't know if he's had enough to actually get anything to happen here as they enter this mid-track complex. And John Thompson has dropped down into 7th. Ethan Graham now up into 6th. Ashley Sharp has not lost that 5th position quite yet. But he's starting to be challenged. Adam Piper's joined the back of that little pack there. Wants to see what he can do. Adam Piper's now popped up into 7th and it's John Thompson down into 8th position. Joseph Willows in 9th, not far behind anyone else, so he might be able to get back involved with this fight if he drives correctly in his PIAA car / Coca-Cola car. Adam Piper getting a good exit of that corner. John Thompson not, though, catching the wall. And he's dropped back down to 8th position for the time being, possibly 9th if Joseph Willows gets a good exit on that corner. Rob Schauler still in 1st position, has not more than a second away, or less than a second away, from 2nd place Katinaz. And those two seem to be in a little bit of a world of their own, as there's a 3-second gap between those two and 1st place Xavier McIntosh. McIntosh in a tiny bit of no man's land there, as he's 3 seconds away from 2nd place and 2 seconds, or nearly 2.5 seconds away from 4th place Liam New. Everything's already started to split up very early in the 2nd race for the Honda Civic Type R's. Let's see what happens here. Heavy braking and around we go. Ashley Sharp still in 6th position. Ethan Graham 5th. Liam New in 4th still. Adam Piper, can he do anything? No, it is. Everyone has got a good at least half a second, if not more, of a gap between all the drivers. So race 2 not looking as action-packed as it was race 1. Rob Schauler current fastest lap is a 1:13.8. That's not going to do anything against the likes of Katinaz, whose fastest lap has been a 1:13.4, and that's a consistent time as well. So he's closing that gap down between Schauler and himself, and it's going to just be a time of when, where, how's he going to pounce. He's sticking to the outside of this line here as he goes towards the hairpin. That does give him potentially a faster line on the exit there. Now we go, the switchback has been done. Into 1st place Katinaz goes. Not much Schauler could do about that there. I really hope the lag is not as bad as it is for them as it is for me. I'm generally starting to get a bit of a weird headache that you'd get if you're looking at something a bit funny for too long, or you've got the wrong glasses on. This is what this lagging does to you. God knows what it's like for those guys driving. Hopefully it's a lot less. McIntosh trying to close that 2.2 second gap between him and Schauler down. It was 3 seconds, so it is coming down, and he's trying to beat his own fastest track time with a 1:13.073. I don't know if that is the fastest lap of the night, you know. I think the other one was 1:13.055, so I think it isn't, but good God, it's close. And this lap's not exactly slower, so let's see what they can do. Liam New in 4th position. It's really come through with this Honda CRX, Nissan CRX. The reason why I said that is I had one once upon a time. It was my pride and joy, and I wrecked it, as most young boys do. Civic Type R is what I meant to say. And Liam holding on to that 1st position for the time being. Everyone push as much as possible. No one touching the wall. Ethan Graham has definitely got a faster exit of that corner there. He has. He's pushed up into 4th position, and he's got the inside line down this straight here. The best thing Liam can do is sit up behind him and see if he can take you back that position by the slipstream. He isn't. He's going to hang around the outside, so Ethan Graham there up into 4th position and catch back up with everything else that's going on. John Thompson still in a bit of a no man's land. Nearly 3 seconds between him and 5th place Liam New, and again it's nearly the same time between him and Ashley Sharp in 7th position. Catch back up with the backpack. See what's going on. Ashley Sharp, 7th. Adam Piper, 8th. And Joseph Willows, 9th. But loads close. Those guys are super close. So this could be ebbing back and forth. We need to keep up with these guys to see what happens for the rest of this race. At the moment, though, Katinaz is starting to stretch out that lead with a 2-second gap for the time being between him and Rob Schauler. Xavier McIntosh wants to get back up and see if he can get as much points as possible. We're closing that gap down between him and 2nd place, Rob Schauler. Only 0.6 of a second between them now, sorry. I don't know where this hiccups are coming from. I do, I'm having a beer, that's what it's from. But let's not pretend that's what it is. Ethan Graham back down in 4th position, a whopping 6.3 second gap between him and 3rd place Xavier McIntosh. He has stretched that lead out from Liam New, who was in 4th position before him, and once he's got past him, he's managed to really put the hammer down and stretch everything out. What can Liam do here? Nothing for the time being. Try and keep consistent, try and keep on the apexes and exits. Get the fastest lap times as possible. A little bit of wall touching there, a lot more wall touching there by John Thompson. As we head in towards lap 9, now of 15, 6 laps left. Let's get on board with Xavier McIntosh as he's catching up to Rob Schauler very closely here. Let's get on board and inside the car. Has not managed to beat his fastest time as of yet, but he looks very close. Sorry, I just got very zoned in to what Joe Command was doing there. I didn't mean to stop commentating for a split second. But this is where something could happen between him and Rob Schauler here. He looks down the inside, has got the inside line here towards the last lap. What can be done? He's held that same position. Oh, back in, twitching out a little bit. Can Schauler get back in on the switchback? Oh, bit of wall touch there, possibly, but nothing done quite yet. As you can see, Schauler still in the rear view mirror. That means he is behind him, and there is nothing he can do for the time being as Xavier McIntosh tries to catch back up, but with race winner Katinaz and his 2.2 second lead currently as they head down into the hairpin, turning in. Wide in, tight out, get that accelerated down, not too much, don't want to touch the grass, and that's what he did do. Wide in, catch back in on the exit of that corner, get the apex down. And it is looking like a really good time here. We could be looking, if he gets this right, at our very first 112. Breaking into the 112s, a high 112, but currently a 112 if he can do it. Let's have a look as he crosses the line down here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, he has done! Look at that, fastest lap of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier McIntosh, only person to breach into the 112 times. Well done, that man. Let's get back out on the other views and see what else is going on. And the fight between the back three is still ever going. Willow's still at the back, Adam Piper's still in 8th, Ashley Sharp still in 7th, but it is very, very close between these three. Anything can definitely happen. Let's catch back up with our guys in the mid-pack. John Thompson still in 6th, Liam New still in 5th, and Ethan Graham still in 4th. And that gap between him and Rob Schauler now 5.8 seconds. Nearly getting up to 6 seconds here. I don't know if he's going to be able to close that gap down. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a podium. And that could get... I don't know if this is going to affect his championship standings down from 2nd, you know. But let's get back on board with Rob Schauler. As you can see, Xavier McIntosh just that nearly 2 seconds ahead of him, and he's not in the slipstream, so nothing can be done here. Very, very, very glitchy, sketchy stuff. I don't know if it's the lagginess of the game, or that's his gear changes. I don't know, but it all just seems very weird and very odd. As you can see, Ethan Graham is so far behind. You can just see his car in the background as they go round the next corner. Around the hairpin, Rob Schauler goes. Xavier McIntosh did get a bit of barrier on the exit of that hairpin there, so it will definitely help Rob Schauler try and close that gap down, but it is at currently 2.5 second gap. And all I can see with McIntosh is he wants to close that gap down between him and Catinez, just still at 2.2 seconds. And this is what it's looking like for the very last race of this Honda Civic Type R Cup. B16, B2 engines. Catinez is in first place. Xavier McIntosh in second. Rob Schauler third. Ethan Graham fourth. Liam Yu fifth. John Thompson sixth. Ashley Sharp seventh. Joseph Willows eighth. And then Adam Piper in ninth. Excuse me. Bit of yawniness there. And for the first time ever, we've seen that 2.2 second gap close down. It's now under 2 seconds. And can Xavier McIntosh do what he can to catch back up and get a double first on both races here? I'm not sure if he can. He looks to be currently about to beat his current lap record, which is a 112.9. Can he get lower than a 112.9? Let's have a look. 11, 12. He has a 112.8. My goodness. McIntosh has got these Civics down to a fine art, and that's what's going to take home the championship for that man. Currently still lots of argy-bargy, very close fighting here between Ashley Sharp and Adam Piper. And Ashley can't do much as he sits behind Adam Piper, but is on the start-finish straight, so has got the slipstream to his advantage. Does take the inside line here. Adam Piper will see if he can squeeze him out. He can't do. Ashley will take that 7th position back through the inside, but will Ashley be able to switch back up the inside there and take 7th back? He has done, and he has got the inside line going in towards this last set of complex mid-track. And Joseph Willows, look at that, Ashley Sharp sort of jumped onto that apex and brakes, and Joseph Willows then hit him on the next corner, and Ashley Sharp jumped straight back up into 7th place there. Adam Piper got to be cursing at Willows as he's just ruined all that hard work for him. But this is the penultimate lap, 1 lap left. Let's see what anyone else can do. John Thompson catching up to Liam Yu here, under half a second. Nothing can be done this start finish, but last lap, which we're about to start now, anything can happen. Liam Yu holding that inside line, trying to be defensive. John Thompson into third. Does not want to bump him, doesn't want to give him that bump draft. Wants to try and keep just in that biting distance to see what he can do. For the moment, nothing as they head down through this next set of complexes towards the hairpin. And he's going to try and make a dive down the inside. He is going to, but Liam's saying no, so he's going to go back wide again to see if he can do the undercut. Because of the tight line that Liam took, he's pushed him wide, but nothing's happening here. Let's catch back up with the top guys. See what's going on here. It is still Xavier McIntosh for first. He's going to take it He has done. Checkered flag for that man. Katinas for first, Xavier McIntosh second, Rob Schowler third. It is Ethan Graham fourth, Liam New just holding off the advance to John Thomas and keeping that fifth position. John Thompson in sixth as they go across the line now, and then it is all with these last three with Joseph Willer. Wow, what happened there? Joseph Willer's back up into seventh, Ashley Sharp into eighth, and Adam Piper in ninth here. And that is the end result from the last lap of the last race of the Honda Civic Cup. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations to race winner Katinaz. Well done, that man. And congratulations, I think, to Xavier McIntosh, who has been the championship winner of the Honda Civic Type R. Guys, it has, again, always been a pleasure to do the comms for Full Throttle Race. Sorry, it is now the Full Throttle Master League, or the God blimey, they keep changing the name. I keep forgetting, so forgive me. But please go to our go to our Facebook page, which I will now remember and not forget. He says, there we go. It is Full Throttle Racing and the Master League. So there is sort of two. They are part of one. So Full Throttle Racing is who hosts the Honda Civic races, and the Master League is the sort of parent company, I guess, in that sense, but it's nowhere near as glamorous as that. So congratulations, as I said, to Xavier McIntosh to get first place there. I don't know what is going to be for the rest of this. Please look on our Facebook page to find out more. And to join the Discord, all the information is in there. For me, Daxi Man, it is good night. And I'm afraid to say, ladies and gentlemen, this could be my last commentating for Full Throttle Racing and the Racing League. I need to see what's going on and stuff going on for next stuff. I may be back for some parts of the next season, but this could be mine. So if it is, I'd love to say a massive thank you to everyone who's listened in. I've enjoyed doing this for so long. I'm afraid I have to step away just because of time constraints, but this has been brilliant fun. So from me, Daxi Man, and from everyone else out there, have a massive and a brilliant evening. Good night and see you later.